Hi, I'm James Schilling-Law, and I'm here once again with a familiar face, Zane Kirby, who's President and CEO of the American Society of Travel Advisors, ASTA. We're actually here in Curacao at the ASTA Caribbean Showcase, which is the third Caribbean showcase that ASTA has staged. We wanted to talk to Zane about how this is going. We got one more day on this. We have a trade show, but we're going to talk to him about that and a whole lot more involving ASTA on Insider Travel Report. Zane, first of all, Amsterdam, Dallas, and now here, huh? Pretty good.
Yeah, we're kind of on a roll. It's been really great. The event schedule this year has really performed well. We're really attracting lots of advisors from all over the United States and around the world to join us at ASTA events. It's been very satisfying.
Yeah, so here we are at ASTA, the ASTA Caribbean Showcase. What are the numbers for this one, and are you happy with them?
Yeah, we had about 235 travel advisors join us here in Curacao, and they brought another 40 or 50 guests. Some of the guests are actually work in the business, and some of them are just here to, as a kind of a tag along. So, like nearly 300 total attendees, and very happy with the turnout here. It's a little bit bigger, similar in size to the event last year in Turks and Caicos, but the limiting principle is really the hotel. So we have worked with our friends at Sandals to get more rooms, and did that a few times this year, and got a few more. But limiting principle is the hotels and some of the meeting and event space here, but very sold out and very happy with that.
And you had about 50 suppliers as part of that mix. I think they're going to be here at the trade show tomorrow too. Right?
That doesn't count the 235, but yes, 50 suppliers for tomorrow.
Fantastic. Now, let's talk a little bit about the purpose of the ASTA Caribbean Showcase. What do you hope that the travel advisors get out of all this?
Yeah, it's an opportunity to get a deep dive into a specific island. They're also very different with unique culture, with unique gastronomy and features and attractions. And it's really important for travel advisors to come and understand really intimately the kinds of things that their clients are going to experience when they come to a destination like this. And I think the most important thing is what you just mentioned about the trade show. It's meeting a set of local suppliers that you can recommend with confidence. And unless you meet someone and shake their hand and get a sense of their business, it's really hard to do. And it's really hard to understand which promises to believe online. So this is an opportunity for our advisor members to come and meet with all kinds of tour operators and features and attraction folks who can help them understand what exactly Curacao has to offer.
And also all the great destinations. We heard some great presentations from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic today. So you had the other two in the past. How successful were those? And do you have any evidence that travel advisors went back and started selling the Caribbean?
Yeah, I had one advisor come to me yesterday and say she came here last time for the first year. She actually ran an audiology practice. She was a COO of an audiology practice and decided that she was going to resign her post and dedicate herself full-time to travel. And now she's here with her sister. She's employing her sister and a number of ICs. And so, that's just one. But yes, the answer is absolutely. These experiences are invaluable for advisors to kind of come to find their tribe, see their peers, and get inspired as to what they can accomplish with the right kind of training and the right kind of sales pitch to their clients.
Now, you've partnered with Sandals on all three of these Caribbean showcases. What's the future hold? Are you going to continue to partner with them for a while?
Yeah, well, we have announced next year, and we kind of take it year by year with this partnership. We definitely believe in hosting a Caribbean showcase every year. There's certainly the demand for it, and there's a number of islands. We just scratched the surface in terms of where we could go, and Sandals has been a fantastic partner for ASTA. So again, we have renewed for one more year. Next year in 2025, we're going to be in Sandals Ocho Rios in Jamaica. Right. But we'll see after that.
Yeah. So interesting, because Gary Sadler actually sat with me at dinner the other night. He said when he saw the ASTA River Cruise Expo and how popular that was, he said, "Wait a minute, you should have a Caribbean conference too." And so I think he went to you and said, "Can we have a Caribbean conference?" And you guys set the deal, right?
Yeah, I think success has many fathers. Yes, we definitely have worked with Gary and his team, and Alice McCullough, I think, brought this idea to us a number of years ago. And of course, Bob Duggan sort of kicked the door open with not only our Travel Masters program, our golf tournament, but also the River Cruise Expo. So that kind of opened our eyes as to if we started down this path of helping advisors in a very specific or a very niche product or type of travel or place in the world, that we can have some success. And it certainly paid off.
Well, I was going to say, you've actually developed some very successful events. ASTA River Cruise Expo has been a home run for you, and next year I think you're already sold out for Vienna. I hope you'll let me in. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get in there, because I understand you're going to have some interesting panels and some other things going on. And then you have, obviously, the ASTA Travel Advisor Conference, which I was very happy to see was quite successful this year. And now you have this one and the golf tournament and everything else. You've kind of developed a nice little set of events. Anything more planned? Any ideas more?
Yeah, we're looking at it. We certainly haven't exhausted the different kinds of travel you can think of. And certainly wherever there's competition, like in the river cruise space, you think, we're actually doing something for advisors that they can't do themselves, or if they could do themselves, then it would take years and thousands of dollars to get 14 ships in one place for them to be able to understand what each ship offers, the type of cabins, the price points, the gastronomy, the food and wine. Like, that is a really, really valuable exercise. So if you think across the spectrum of travel and destinations and different types of things that are available to consumers, I think there's certainly room for us to grow.
No, and you've done a great job throughout this all. Now I'm going to ask you a couple of questions off other topics. I unfortunately can't go to ASTA Ledge Day this year, but what are the big issues you're going to focus on in September when you go up to Capitol Hill?
Yeah, two big ones right now. One is obviously to get this undersecretary role in the government to really push this across the finish line. Finally, it has some funding, which is really important. But just to get the last push there to make sure that the Undersecretary of Tourism that will report to the Secretary of Commerce, that position is filled, and hopefully filled with someone who understands our business very intimately. The second thing has to do with closing the loop on airline refunds. Right. As I mentioned earlier today, the Department of Transportation published its final rule, which is final, and it says that airlines shall refund travel advisors promptly. It does not specify that they need to refund them within 7 days. Which is what the legislation requires travel agencies to do. So it's obviously not in the interest of airlines to withhold refunds due customers, but the law is very specific and the regulation is not. So we need to make sure that this gets fixed, and we have a piece of legislation that we're going to be looking for co-sponsors with. That's why it's really important for travel advisors to come from all 50 states so we can get a number of co-sponsors for this bill. It is bipartisan right now, but the more co-sponsors we have, the more momentum it'll get.
Well, hopefully that's all going to work out, because it really is ridiculous to say that travel advisors should refund the money that they don't have.
It seems so simple when you say it, James.
Well, I should be coming up to the Hill with you. That's
hey,
just tell me.
I am sad you won't be there.
Okay. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you, obviously in Dallas, that was a wonderful day. The first day we started in Dallas, although you had a little blip when the power went out and had all those storms, and you got it all going again. But you had such good news on the very first session that American Airlines had reversed its policy, and actually the people involved who had that policy were no more. So how have you had any contact with Americans since, and sort of talked this over and sort of told them exactly how travel advisors really should be helping them?
Yeah, it was really, really welcome news, and something that we had been hoping and fighting for more than a year. We reached out to them immediately, James, and asked them if they'd like to come to the conference, either Mr. Isom or any one of his members of the senior leadership team, because we had over 1,000 travel advisors right there in their hometown. If they wanted to come over and speak at the convention, we would have made that opportunity. We would have availed them of that opportunity. Unfortunately, they couldn't at that time, and obviously the news was brand new, and I'm sure that they were trying to wrestle with the new direction. But we have had several conversations with senior leaders at American Airlines since that time on the phone, and are very encouraged by what we've heard. and are even considering rescinding our formal complaint to the Department of Transportation as a result of those conversations.
Right. You still have that in place, even though they've now seem to have fortunately reversed the policy.
Well, they've reversed the policy, and they've put fares back into the EDIFACT channel until such time as NDC is ready for prime time, and that's all we wanted. We wanted travel management companies and their clients to not have to choose between getting a fair price for the product that they were buying and duty of care that they owe their employees. So that has been restored, and that's why we're considering rescinding our complaint.
Well, let's just hope NDC in the next year or so finally becomes a reality, that travel advisors can sell all the fares and all the different amenities and things that to their clients, and the airlines won't be, trying to put up a mask or something, and the GDSs will come on board and everything else. So it's encouraging. That's encouraging. Now, final question, just not a question, but just tell us, where is next year's, you mentioned it earlier, ASTA Caribbean Showcase, and what are the dates?
Yeah, we're going to be at the Sandals Ocho Rios property, August 22 to 26 next year, excuse me.
It's an extra day, right?
Extra night, extra day. Yeah, we can't wait. There's a lot to learn, and Jamaica has an enormous, is one of the top aspirational destinations for Americans to go to. So there'll be a lot there for our members to learn, so they can go home and respond to all these inquiries from consumers.
And we'll see who signs up. You already had people signing up here, and you said it last year. It's going to go fast. So really, if you hear about this or you see a notification, please do sign up soon. I think Sandals has a few resorts in Jamaica, so you might have some place to go if you can't get into Sandals Ochi. But again, Zane, this has been a marvelous conference. The first one I've done. Since I figure I'm not doing Ledge Day, I got to come down and help you out here. But really, I loved it. I've been to this property before. It's a beautiful, beautiful resort, and I'm sure you'll find, in Jamaica, you'll find equally beautiful resorts. So good luck for next year, and I'm sure we're going to see you a few times in the next year.
Thanks for having it. Thanks for being here, James. Appreciate it.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.